Saw me standing alone without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. Blue moon, you knew just what I was there.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are about to witness a most unfortunate and extremely sad spectacle. As a human being, believing himself to be safe within the confines of suburbia is unfortunately infected with the most insidious parasite. Yes, that parasite is the mainstream media. And now he walks around in a daze. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He's possessed with visions of gloom and doom and absolute fear, and he will turn against his fellow man. Why? Because a parasite, aka the mainstream media, tells him so. Now look at him, completely useless. So, without further ado, let me go ahead and read this right now. This should make you mad as hell. Now, this is not some fly-by-night rag out there that the media tells you you shouldn't be reading. This is basically from the horse's mouth itself. You know, a mainstream source, Huffington Post. It's pretty well known. And this was in 2014? Yeah, 2014. Don't believe everything you read about the flu deaths. So, according to this, in 2003 flu season, the manufacturers were telling us that they weren't receiving a lot of orders for vaccine. Dr. Glenn Nowak, Associate Director of the Communications at CDC's National Immunization Program, told National Public Radio. I'm just going to skip ahead. So, it says, according to Wikipedia, and remember, 2014, flu results in about 250,000 to 500,000 yearly deaths. Haven't we heard these figures tossed about in memes everywhere that the flu kills more? And here's the problem, you're refuting government statistics with government statistics. So the whole thing is absurd. Let's go further. Typical estimate is 36,000 deaths a year in the United States. Now they're saying like 50,000. Citing Centers for Disease Control, somewhere between 4,000 and 8,000 Canadians, blah, blah, blah. But here we go. Controversial is an understatement, and not just in Canada, and not just because the numbers are estimates. The numbers differ wildly from the sober tallies recorded on death certificates. By law, every certificate must show a cause, and reported by the official agencies that collect and keep vital statistics. And here's the worst part. According to the National Vital Statistics System, in the US, for example, annual flu deaths, here we go, in 2010 amounted to just 500? Fewer deaths than ulcers, hernias, pregnancy and childbirth, and a far cry from the big killers as heart disease and cancers. And even the 500, get this, even the 500 could be too high. According to the analysis in the authoritative journals such as the American Journal of Public Health and the British Medical Journal. Shout out to Windows of the World, a channel who initially, I did not agree with, and I still have some slight disagreements regarding the nature of this disease. He believed it to be an elaborate hoax, and that's fine. You see, I'm not going to be triggered and form these divisionary walls between me and others simply because they share a different opinion. But he pointed out, and that got me looking into the whole thing, that, he's in the UK, but the UK had been fabricating the amount of flu deaths in order to promote the flu shot. Only to 20 to 50% of people who come down with flu-like symptoms have the influenza virus. The other 80 to 85% actually caught rhinovirus or other germs that are indistinguishable from the true flu from the laboratory tests, which are rarely done. In 2001, a year in which death certificates listed 257 Americans confirmed as having died from flu, only 18 were positively identified as true flus. The other 239 were simply assumed to be flus, and most likely had few true flus among them. Say that fast. Flu true fews. All right, already I messed up. Anyway, there you have it. This is outrageous. You mean to tell me from 2010 with 500 deaths? What, am I getting that right? 2010, 500. Somehow we've jumped to 50,000. It's a scam, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not saying that the virus is fake. I'm not saying that it's anything other than the narrative I believe, which is that it's bioengineered. But I believe that our immune systems are a spectacle to behold, that despite their best efforts, we overcome. But wait, there's more. So ladies and gentlemen, join me for 1 minute or so of media shaming. Thank you.